Is this sense or nonsense? Bandits are our children. Governor Umahi declares and expressed readiness to negotiate with them. David Umahi, governor of Ebonyi State, he will negotiate with bandits in a bid to understand their grievances and find lasting solution to kidnapping, just as he described them as our children. The governor has therefore asked local government chairmen and the Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) to identify bandits in the states and present them for briefing. Speaking in Abakaliki on Friday at the presentation of 40 Toyota Sienna car, the vehicle, and also 20 Elos vans to security agencies for enhanced operation in the state. He said, "I want to talk to the bandits and empower them, as we cannot continue to kill ourselves and destroy public infrastructure. The bandits are our children, and I am pained when they or the security agencies are killed. I want to ascertain their grievances against Ebonyi or the federal government and collate the facts for discussion to commence," he added. He expressed disappointment over the announcement of guidelines for 2023 elections, noting that the nation was at a crossroad for such engagements. "Let us forget about the 2023 elections, which the leaders taking responsibility for the situation and discussing the way forward. No one takes money to the grave, and when we hear a gunshot, we will run and abandon the money we amassed. This is not a period to discuss political parties, but ensure that the resources of this nation, which can truly transform it, is judiciously unrealized and utilized," he said. Mr. Umahi debunked the insinuation that members of the Indigenous People of Biafra or Eastern Security Network (ESN) were after him, insisting that he has discharged his duties to the people. Secretary to the state government Kenneth Ugbala said that the presentation was the first batch of the 100 Sienna vehicles and 40 utilized vehicles to be procured for security agencies. The governor has fully paid for the 40 Sienna vehicles and 20 Elos vans being presented, as the recipients are charged to judiciously utilize the vehicle," he said. The head of various security agencies, top government officials, youth group, among other stakeholders, were present at the ceremony. David Umahi's declaration comes as a boy kidnapped from his parents' home in Kaduna suburb was found dead 7 days after he was taken, and 5 million naira ransom paid for his release. Muhammadu Kaba, the victim, who was taken from Badarawa suburb of Kaduna North local government area, is believed to have been killed by his kidnappers. Sources in the area believe a neighbor connived with another resident and ex-military personnel to kidnap the boy. Police have arrested 3 people, including the said neighbor, in connection with the kidnap and murder of Kabil. Sources in the community were reported by Daily Trust as saying that immediately the boy was declared missing, that a search for him was done for 4 days before before a call came from the kidnappers demanding 50 million naira, and then later reduced the amount to 35 million naira before finally agreeing to 5 million naira. Abdurraham Kabil Magarayi, a brother to the victim, also told the newsmen told the newsmen that the late Kabil was taken away from the house of Zaria from there to Kano State, where his body was retrieved after the ransom was paid. One of the suspects that took the boy away from our neighbor while ministry personnel was also a resident in the community. They took him to Zaria after there to Kano, where his body was retrieved inside drainage after they collected 5 million naira ransom, he said. He said that the victim's body was brought back to Kaduna State and buried according to Islamic rites on Saturday. Another resident said that the victim must have been killed after he recognized the faces of the abductors since they are all living in the area together. Details of how the suspects were apprehended remains sketchy, but they led the police to where the body was dumped. Kaduna State Police Command's the spokesman ASP Muhammad Jaligi, who confirmed the incident, said that the three suspects confessed to the crime, but said that cannot comment on the military background on one of the suspects until investigation is concluded. Meanwhile, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, the governor of Ekiti State and chairman of the Nigerian Governor Forum, has said that there is need for a change of the strategy used in fighting against terrorism. Speaking in Lagos during the 2021 pre-synod summit with the team organized by the Diocese of Lagos Anglican Communion on Saturday, Fayemi described the insecurity in the country as frightening. He noted that Nigeria has shown enormous resilience in confronting the challenges, adding that even though the eco-religion crisis might not have been fully wiped out, that the intensity of its occurrence has done considerably. He said that the efforts of the government to contain the insecurity have been hampered by the absence of the right military hardware. He recalled that the federal and state governments agreed in 2018 to withdraw 1 billion naira, $1 billion US dollar from the excess crude account to buy new military equipment, but noted that most of the equipment have not been retrieved. He said that although the constitution of our country does not assign much powers to our governors in terms of actual security control in the states, my role as the chairman, Nigerian Governor Forum, has granted me some insights into the security system. This moment called for sober reflection and system overhaul and restructuring. Organizations like Boko Haram are concerned with establishing state among states. Fayemi called for a more localized federal power structure to tackle the problem, saying that the way our security structure is presently organized, it can neither deliver security or safety. It is only breed local resentment to the federal government, which in spite of its relentless effort to handle security remains unappreciated. The response to Boko Haram by the Nigerian state has been largely characterized by kinetic military operations, since it's clear that the crisis itself is multidimensional, and it's obvious that the solution cannot be on dimensionals. Almost, the most importantly, the fact of right equipment in this kind of war has limited the effectiveness of the military intervention. When he spoke at the platform, a program organized by the Convention Christian Center, Fayemi said that instead of antagonizing about the state of the country, that those who and those not support of the APC can unite against the party. If you search or your search is a regime change in democracy, there is only one thing, and what the regime change in democracy, and it will work towards it. There will be a change in democracy if you work towards the regime. Another election is going to come. If you do not like what APC is doing, organize, stop antagonizing, organize against the party, link up with others who are organizing, and then kick the APC out of office and put people that you think will do better. Thank you, viewers, for listening to this news.